What's going on, everybody? Today we're talking about getting Gucci, the G-Box Shallower. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, Scott Oden coming at you, my terrible impression of the best golfer ever. We are here in the studio, and we have had a little bit of a wait for this guy, but I was interested to try it out. As always on the channel, I like to try out different training aids, see if it's something I'm going to be adding into my arsenal. So we got the newest, latest, greatest invention from George Gankas. This is the G-Box Shallower. It's the companion piece that goes along with the G-Box, or you can use it solo. So something that you could do, but able to try it out. Let's talk about it. Before we do that, if you're not a subscriber already, we have a bunch of more reviews and also some new things coming up for this year as we get outside on the course. So make sure you check that stuff out. Click that subscribe button down below and don't miss out on any of that. Now, let's get into the G-Box Shallower. So what is the G-Box Shallower? So basically what it is it's just this armband that you're going to have that is going to connect to your arms, and it's got this box that is angled in it that really sits at kind of the angle of your arms. So it has a little bit of a nice design there, and it's designed to do pretty much a couple of different things. It has a couple different uses that you can go through, but the main idea behind it is in the name. It's trying to help you get the golf club to shallow out. So if you're not familiar with what shallowing is, it's when we're coming down in the downswing that the golf club is going to be on a shallower pitch than when you went up to the top. So that's what it's doing. Now, we've talked about with training aids before, what are the couple of things that I'm looking for if I'm going to use a training aid? So one is, how easy is it to use? How well is it designed? Things like that. Am I going to be able to use it, or is it a big production to use the training aid? I don't want that to be the case if I'm doing it in a lesson, or if I just want to practice, I don't want to have to do a bunch of work to get my training aid set up. I'm probably not going to use it if that's the case. So how easy is it to use? Two, what is it fixing? Does it actually work to fix that? That's going to be the second thing. Then the third thing is going to be, does it have multiple uses? Is it helping you work on different types of swings? How easy is it to use? Things like that. As from a swing standpoint, is it something that pretty much I think a large majority of people are going to be able to use? So first things first, let's start off with the production side of it, putting it on, things like that. Is it easy? It is pretty easy. All right. So this actually, there's a training aid called the Smart Ball. If you're not familiar with it, it has some similar ideas to that where, one of the main uses is putting this in between your arms. However, this one is going to strap onto your neck, whereas the Smart Ball, if you remember, actually goes around your neck as you're going. So we're strapping this onto our forearms. And what this is going to do is actually let us get away with a few more things at the top of our swing, which I do like. I like that it's not really locking us in a whole lot. It's letting us have a little bit of freedom in how we're swinging, because you don't have to keep the thing in between your arms or else it falls down. So this actually is a very simple design. It has a couple ways that you can strap it in. You just strap it in like that. It Velcros, super easy. Same with the G-Box. It was super easy as well. And just getting it lined up, again, not terribly easy. It's got these lines on the side. These are just reference lines as you're going throughout different drills. Are you going to be able to look at those and see it? When you're setting it up, you're just getting the taller part that's pointing towards your body. Very simple stuff. All right, so that is how you set it up. Is it something that you could keep in your bag? If you have enough room, I think you theoretically could keep it in your bag. I probably wouldn't, but being able to keep it on my teaching bag, have it strapped together, and then like putting it over a club, I think it would be easily able to do that. And if I was going to practice, I could just keep it in my trunk and then just pull it out for practice. So it is a pretty easy training aid to use. So definitely checking off the first box on my list there. So second thing is, what is it working on? Is it doing what it's supposed to be doing? I think one thing with this aid is there are ways to swing this training aid that you could actually swing it incorrectly. It is not an autopilot training aid. I can put this on and I can make some swings and I could go up and I could actually make an incorrect swing. Okay? You could do that. Now, In my opinion, that is good. There are other training aids that exist out there where they say, hey, you just swing it and it doesn't do this and all this happens and all that. I'm not a huge fan of these. What I want from a training aid is for it to educate you. I want it to let you explore, hey, this is the right way, this is the wrong way. So when I'm swinging this, what you'll see is if I'm actually going to get the thing to shallow, what you'll start to learn is how you have to rotate your trail arm to shallow the golf club. Something that a lot of people don't understand, and it's something, if you keep it athletic and things that you do, you will see that's what you do in other sports is you have some rotation of your forearm, your trail shoulder, things like that that are helping you shallow the club. So it does actually make you have to do these things. It doesn't force those things to happen. It makes you do these things. Now, because that's the case, it can be a little bit difficult at first. I don't mind that either, but just beware. If you're hitting it, you will probably hit the first couple of shots not so great. When you're watching the demo videos, which George did a great job, he has quite a few different drills that you can do that are located on YouTube. You can see how to do these things, and he lets you know how to set up the G-box shallower, all that stuff. When he's doing it, he has a very high-level player that's probably hit on this before that's doing it. He makes it look very easy. Just know you are going to have to work at it. Again, do not mind that. It's educating us on how to move. The other thing I like, this is a companion to the other G-box, the big G-box that was teaching you more about how your torso rotates. That's one part of this. This is a great companion because I view this as something that's teaching and educating you more on how your arms work, your arms and your shoulders within the shoulder socket. So I think it's a great way. I've always told people when I teach them, there's two parts to the swing. You have to work on your arms. You have to work on your torso then. So people think that I'm kind of an arms person. That's just the way I like to teach it first. But you have to educate those arms because if you try to turn and do some things without the arms being proper, you're going to run into a lot of issues. So I love this because it is actually teaching us how to do some things like how to square up, how to flex the lead wrist. Many of you saw a video I did maybe now a month ago or so, 2 months ago, where I talked about what you do from the top of the swing. And a lot of people said, well, no, that's casting. That's throwing it away. It's exactly what you're doing in this video, to be honest with you. You are working on the exact same things with this aid that I was talking about in that video. Now you're just kind of combining the two parts, which is necessary as you go through the swing. So again, I do really like it. It's really helping us understand how to do things. So from that standpoint, do I think it's doing what it needs to do? Yes, it educates you on it. I like it. But don't get this aid and think, oh yeah, I'm just going to get it and I'm going to be good. You either have to watch the videos that George does on the website or you are going to need some help from a coach. That's something that I think you're going to need as you're using this device. Just be fair warned as you get it. Now the last thing is uses. One, it is big man friendly. Thank you for that. Even the original G-Box also was very big man friendly. I appreciate that. Hopefully that's not an issue too much longer for me, but it is able to adjust to different sizes. It can also go very, very small for people that have smaller arms. So you can do that. It also has these attachments that if you need to make it wider, let's say you have a wider gap in your arms, there's a couple different attachments you can use that are going to help you out. So I need to use this attachment for it to work. It's just Velcros on, very, very easy to do, and it's included. So they did a good job of thinking that. One of the other things I like is it can be used in multiple areas. Actually, I think my favorite use so far is working with my short game using this device, okay? Very, very good idea just to help me figure out how to turn and also use my arms and keep my arms nice and structured when I'm hitting short game shots. So I really like it for that. Also has a good use in putting. Again, all these drills get explained. So I think it's a very versatile training aid that I could use. So I can definitely see this being on my teaching bag. You know, the bag you see on the simulator to the right side, that's all the things I regularly use. I could definitely see this being added as a great training aid. So last thing is price. What's it cost? It's under $100. It's a great deal. Check it out. It's not too bad. It will take a little bit to get shipping right at this time of this video. This took a couple weeks to get, So beware of that. I'm sure it'll get a little better as the demand for it dies down because it's pretty new. So check it out if you're interested. But if you're somebody that's looking for, hey, I would like something that helps me educate my arms, lets me learn how my arms work and shallow the golf club, but also square up the face, I think you're going to have a good experience with this device. It's something that, again, I would be cautioned that if you get it, you might have to work with it. You might need the help of a coach to understand it because it's not a plug and play swing and it's going to guide you 100% of the way. You have to do some work, but I do like that. It's educating you how to move. I think you're going to be better off in the long run when you have to not swing with the aid, being able to hit some shots. So that's it. That's how you get Gucci with the latest George Gankas device, the G-Box Shallower. A great aid. Definitely, I think, something worth checking out if you're somebody that's looking to learn how to shallow it out a little bit and then possibly generate a little bit of speed with it. I think it's a great thing to do and check out. But if you have any questions, please leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks everybody for watching. Make sure you click that subscribe button so you do not miss out on the next video. And we will see you then. Peace.